I feel like so many hairstylists are losing the extension game because they're having to pay so much for the extension. The SWAN method is the only method that has no top stitch. So it's completely seamless, top and bottom.
Like we're living through a false reality. That Truman Show. Literally.
Oh my God.
That's literally what I was about to say.
I definitely believe that the FBI.
That is weird.
Like, because when you just talk about something, it automatically pops up on your feed.
When you do learn my course, you kind of end up learning the other
Every
ones.
other course.
We are going to be at the Orlando Hair Show. At the
From
show,
now on?
everybody that purchases will get the kit.
Oh.
We're gonna have some items for sale that you guys are gonna go gaga over. And you guys, I got the kit. So anybody that signs up for the course, which you guys is very affordable, and I'm gonna have deals at the Orlando Hair Show.
Do you see how these have like the 2 holes for the different size beads?
Wait, what? Alrighty, so we got big news. We are going to the Orlando Hair Show. Yay! Super exciting. It is June 1st and 2nd of 2025. And it's kind of ironic because I feel like last year this time I was making fun of hair shows.
You were.
Okay.
I was like, they're the biggest scam because why are they charging people to get in? And I will say this, being a vendor now, I still don't understand why they charge the people. I'm not going to lie, because I'm paying a lot of money to be there as having a booth. So if I'm paying money, why are the stylists paying money?
They just getting extra money.
That I don't get.
It's
That
a
I don't
business. They're in it for the money. They're making money. That's just all it is.
The only thing I could see is that there are classes there that are free, and perhaps that money is going
Towards those classes.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know, but from what I've
People
seen, I
have
don't think those
discounts
people get
too.
paid.
Like other booths have discounts, maybe, like high-end stuff. No.
I mean,
I've only ever been to one other hair show, so I really don't.
at the shows, you can get things discounted versus like what's on there online. Sometimes they do have deals. I mean, usually they have really good deals for stylists, but as we're coming to find out, they might not be as good of a deal as anyone would think. So we're going to jump right into China. Tariffs and hair extensions. So a couple of years ago on TikTok, I kind of exposed that, you know, all the hair is coming from Asia or India.
Mm-hmm.
And even though they call it European hair, Slavic hair, whatever you want to call it, it is coming from Asia or India.
Yeah.
And I started talking about it. And I swear to you, I don't know if it was that or when I was talking about how there's bad chemicals in our shampoos and stuff. And my account just like almost, I feel like it got some sort of block on it. Because, you know, the other day, remember when you guys were trying to look up, you were trying to report an account and you were trying to put in celebrity and then me or celebrity and trying to look me up. You guys couldn't even find me.
You're like on like a out list or something.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
Like it something's definitely wrong with my account. And there's nobody to talk to.
No, I definitely believe that the FBI.
That is weird.
Like, because when you just talk about something, it automatically pops up on your feed. Like, I feel like sometimes
yeah.
on just having
100%.
conversations
100%.
about buying something, then it pops up. Oh, here a discount. Oh, sale.
Actually,
Like,
That's like
girl.
our guy with the son when he got his whole account taken.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see every day.
When you're
there's people
telling
getting their accounts
something
taken.
about the truth or like anything, they're going to meet you.
Sometimes like I'll just be thinking it and it'll pop up on my Facebook. Facebook's
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst.
That's the
Facebook's
weirdest thing.
the
Because when you
worst.
think it, it's like, what is connecting? What do you know that I don't? Little box in my hand.
I don't know.
That's-
There's a lot of stuff that I think there is a lot of mind control. I think there is a lot of way that they are reading into our thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
My husband says it's just habitual stuff that we're doing and they're catching on to that. Like, okay, well, you were already looking at vacation packages. And so
I mean,
like the
yeah,
algorithm.
that does work. Right. It's an algorithm.
it
right.
does,
It
like,
does
certain
work like that.
extent.
but
certain
I will
extent,
say
exactly.
a lot of the times it'll be a random thought out of nowhere. And then all of a sudden,
Do you know?
Well, I don't know. Go ahead.
No,
man.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was say no. I cut you off actually, but I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. That's okay. No, but like the AI that is reading you what you're selecting, and it's getting better. Like, and that's the scary part, because like if they are predicting your thoughts, like that's what
Absolutely insane.
how are they reading into you so well, you know?
I'm not gonna lie. I just put my HOA thingy on Chat GPT and told it to read it to me and summarize it because I don't feel like it.
ChatGPT is amazing.
It really is. I'm not
Also-
even gonna lie. It's
It
kind of
really
crazy.
is.
It has helped a lot of hairstylists too, especially
Yes,
with their
like with
social
everything.
media and
Mhm.
stuff.
Kids with homework, which is bad, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Well, with AI, I think the weirdest thing that ever happened to me was this was like 10 years ago. So imagine how much further they've come. Imagine how much further they've come. But I was wearing one of those Fitbits,
Oh,
just like an
God.
old one.
I forgot about Fitbit.
Old
I know.
Fitbit, okay? And I was walking, it was cold, it was snowing, and Hayden was like 6, 7, young, right? And I didn't have my phone with me, and we were walking around the pond around my house, and we saw this stick. And Hayden kept talking about the stick. Oh, that stick. Oh, mommy, I'm going to get you that for your birthday. It's such a pretty stick, right?
Mhm.
Okay. It was just stupid. It
Not
was
for his birthday,
avoided,
not
like,
for-
Not just stupid.
it was a stick. Well, I get home. Okay, mind you, I only had it was from Amazon, but it was my Fitbit.
Mhm.
And I go on Instagram, and there's an ad for a stick from Amazon.
What?
And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? It was an ad for a stick. Like, it was actually like a dog stick,
Mhm.
but it looked just like the
The
stick.
stick.
And I'm just
They're
like,
definitely listening. That's all.
Yeah,
But I was
it-
gonna say on the thing
Suspicious.
on the phone when it has like this like orange light and it's like blinking at the top. They said that's when they're listening in. Like I don't know if y'all ever looking at your phone and you like pull it down and at the top if it ever has like an orange blinking or like yellow.
No, you know,
beam.
it's weird because you can only see it in mirrors or in other like cameras, like
Mhm.
through other phones.
You don't see it
like,
all the
that's
time.
thing.
Yeah.
If through your
All right,
phone.
this is crazy.
It's weird, yeah.
Yeah, so they definitely. I learned
This
that.
took a turn, but it's the FBI. You won't get me.
Yeah.
No.
Just know that.
Come find
Um,
me.
so anyways.
No, wait, that wasn't a challenge. Though. That was not a challenge.
Speaking of the Orlando Hair Show, what are we going to have there, right? So we are going to have the SWAN Method there. And I cannot show you guys everything while we're demoing. So we're going to have curtains, but I'm going to show you guys placement. I'm going to show you guys how to get extensions, good ones for cheap. And I'm going to show you guys, well, I have a couple things that I have for sale, but I cannot tell you guys. It's a secret right now. But you guys are going to love it. So definitely come to booth. Shoot, what is it?
27.
What is that?
2979, I believe.
Guys, we'll get you right now, but it's gonna be like basically having the class in your face,
Exactly.
you know. So
And you'll get to
educate
see
yourself.
what the difference is, because a lot of people, they'll say on my post, oh, well, this looks just like IBE. Well, this looks just like da 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 da. And I promise you, it is so much better. And my students that take my course are learning it so much quicker. And I don't make you wait months. Okay. A lot of these extension methods, they're like, okay, well then, yeah, we'll certify you in a couple months. And then you have to become like a long life customer to them. You have to buy their hair. You have to sign up for their monthly things to be part of it. It's crazy
Yeah,
and
that's
stupid.
absolutely crazy.
Okay. Your
Mhm.
clients don't care what method you're doing as long as it's a solid method. Okay. So the SWAN method lasts 13 weeks. And I do have some tips and tricks on how to do that. And once you sign up, you do get my number and you can call me anytime you need it and I will be there. But we will be the 4 of us plus Joe
Mhm.
and Perla. There will be 6 of us to talk to about the SWAN method. We're going to have some items for sale that you guys are going to go gaga over. And you guys, I got the kit.
Sit down with me.
It says the SWAN Method by Leda Fazal.
Love that.
Okay, let's see what's in your kit. So anybody that signs up for the course, which you guys is very affordable, and I'm gonna have deals at the Orlando Hair Show, you get
I want
the
one.
clips, the mini
I
clips,
want
the
one.
threads.
I want one.
Yeah, I got more coming. Don't worry, I got you. I got look, and they all have SWAN Method logo
That's
on it.
so cute.
And they all match.
Yes.
I
I
like it. I
love
really
it.
do.
The white and gold.
I love the gold. Yes, the gold.
Tea.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I will have these kits available.
Can you
So
pass
once
it around?
you,
Yeah, and
once
that's
you
everything
purchase,
you're gonna need, y'all. for
it's
real.
everything you need. And like I said, with the extension method, when you buy the course, you will also get the vendor information. Okay.
Okay.
And this is
The
why
little
this is what's so
pockets.
important is that people that take other extension courses, they make you buy their hair and they mark it up so much. Okay. I'm going to give you right to the source. Screw all that bullshit. I'm going right to the source, and you're going to be able to get the extensions, luxury high-end extensions, which by the way, the vendor is the same vendor as a couple other very popular
I just knew you
extension
was about to drop a
methods.
name.
I'm not going to drop the names. I'm not going to drop the names, but I know 100%. You want to see that? That
I love the little pocket.
I'm trying to
for the
find the
beads.
love the
Guys,
little
I
beads.
really don't
Oh,
love
the
that.
gold
I'm
needle.
trying
so
to find the booth
cute.
number for us, but I
Oh, yeah.
I
The
can't.
gold needle. I love it.
I think it's 2979. Let me check.
It's something with a
too.
two.
Yeah, we need to actually get
It's
some.
something with a two.
It's something started with a two.
Something with two.
Oh wait,
I can look at
it's
the flowers.
engraved.
Yes.
It's like engraved. It's not like.
Yes, because we need you guys to come show up in Orlando. Okay.
Yes.
Y'all have
guys,
any questions?
Do you
'Cause
see
some-
how these have like the two holes for the different size beads?
Oh,
Wait, what?
The attention and the
Attention to
details.
detail.
I love that.
Oh my
love
god.
that.
That to make them
That
open
is
perfectly.
Perfect.
So that takeout, it's
What's
not
that
like you
thing?
snap.
I've never seen any clampers
I
like that,
definitely
Leda.
did. Look, that's what I said. Let me
I've
see if
never
we can
seen a
actually
clamper like
do
that.
Well, I went all out for you.
No, kidding.
So what's the point of this part then?
That's to squish them flat.
Oh, the
When you're
flat.
closing 'em.
And then what's the
The circle is to open it back up. So when they're flat, you like put them in here and then you'll squeeze it and it opens perfectly. So that when you're
To
taking
that
them
shape.
Oh,
out, it's like it's just back to the circle. It's
Okay.
not like you having to size it or
Because
fill it out
sometimes
slowly.
Right.
I'll try to clamp it and it'll
You
still
know
go
what I
back
mean.
flat.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
That's
I always flat it back the other way.
the other way.
but
That's
it's big and
perfect.
little.
Yes. Okay. I was really intrigued, you guys.
So, like I said, the biggest thing is that I feel like so many hairstylists are losing the extension game because they're having to pay so much for the extensions.
They don't want to invest in the education when it's that much.
not only
sometimes.
that, like of course there are the people that try to learn it on YouTube, and those are just awful. And
Yeah.
we see what that looks like,
Mhm.
right? We see what that looks like in the salon when they come in. It just is awful.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like these other big brands that give you pay $5,000 to learn the extension method, which mine is nowhere near that.
Mhm.
And then you're paying so much money for the hair that you're barely making a profit. So I simplified everything. First off, my course is very affordable. And then I made the hair, you're going right to the source. So I it just doesn't get any better.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm not a greedy person. I want to make sure that when you're doing my method, you're also making money on top of it. So that is the SWAN method. And we will be in
And
the
the best
Orlando Hair
method.
Show.
You really will learn it in like
And the
the day
package comes
that you
with
watch
beads.
it.
So
The little
wait,
bead
what the
thing
hell
is cute.
that? So
Yes.
so
That's
Thread.
that thread, babe.
thread.
The thread.
What is that?
The
So
thread.
Thread.
Yeah, the needles, they're so
the
pretty.
beater,
Mhm.
the small clips and big clips and bigger clips. So
And all of it has her
Swan
her
Method on
SWAN
it.
Method logo on it, which is really cool. Even the
And that's
clips.
just, I will say I didn't invest in the kits at first. I will say that. And a lot of my students have asked me, well, where's the kit? And I'm such a simple person that I'm like, okay, well, you can get everything on Amazon. for less than $50.
More
Like you were
affordable.
being, yeah, like you
Yeah.
were
I was being real.
nice and like real. Yeah,
But the truth of the matter is,
They
want
want
the
it
kit.
branded.
And honestly, that
They want
I'd
that
rather have
branded
that.
kit.
It's the brand, yes. It's
No,
like,
it,
oh,
honestly,
cool.
it feels more luxury. Like
Mhm.
you're selling your.
It does.
Yeah.
That's the
method.
one
Like, you know
time
what I
where
mean?
I
It's
feel like it
mushy,
makes
Like when
sense
they
to buy
book
it.
a extension client and they are doing their extension for the first time, whipping out that kit, like
Yeah.
unzipping it.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
it's
if they
nice
go, and
and
when
clean and-
when the method goes like big, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you got the SWAN?" Yeah, I've been having that for a
Mhm.
while.
Yeah,
Okay,
This is the original
like, this
SWAN
is the
Method
original.
kit.
They don't sell these. They don't even make these.
So
That's so cute. Okay.
yeah, I should have probably had the kits from the beginning, but that's okay. We
We
live and
literally
learn.
learned.
You were so not. You were just trying to be so like
Always
just
say this.
nice.
I was trying
You gave them all everything. They
I
needed.
try to make everything as affordable as possible, and
Which I would have
Ex-
appreciated that as a student, especially if I was like, trying to make, I don't want to invest a lot in my extension classes when I'm first starting off because I'm have to make the money back.
Mhm.
And in my head, what I was thinking was like, I don't care about them. Everybody's different.
About
Me,
the kid. You wouldn't care
yeah,
about
look,
it.
girl, when my friends was going to those classes,
Mhm.
they told me how much they had to pay. Like they give you the
It
kit.
don't come for it. Like
It
if you
comes,
take the class,
but-
it don't come free.
It comes, but they
It comes.
taxing on the class, and the kit only comes with a little bit. Like my friends, they had to buy hair samples. They had to buy the thread. It didn't come in the kit. Like the kit just came with like a needle and a clipper or
that's
something
the
like
jump
that.
from what the difference between me and them. I wouldn't have took class if I didn't feel like it was enough. All of that because with my lash class that I took, it came with the whole kit after like to start my first 15 clients.
See, I feel like
Right,
that's
cool.
different.
Yeah, it's a little. I guess it's
'cause-
cheaper too. Like I don't know. It's just like
Right. But like
cheaper
this
products.
is like, I don't know.
The kit gives like an extra boost of
It
confidence.
does.
it did. It
It
makes you
does.
feel like it makes you feel like you're prepared to ready to go home and do something.
Yeah.
And it gives you like a checklist too of what you need because what's in the kit is
I
exactly.
know,
what
because
you'll need
sometimes
and stuff.
I love that because sometimes I do be like, okay, what do I need?
No,
Uh,
right, and I end up having to go
Yeah,
upstairs
literally
to
just
go
open up and
grab
be
it
like, what am I missing?
anyway. Yeah.
What's not in its slot? you
So
know?
Yeah.
did that come with the class? If
Yes.
you purchase-
So at the
From
show,
now on?
everybody that purchases will get the kit.
Okay.
And
Even
yes,
for now on?
online, if you don't purchase at the show, then it will be higher. Of course, I'm giving deals out at the show. But moving
You better get
forward,
it at the show.
yes,
You better get
people
it.
that buy the course will get a kit in the mail. You will have to supply your hair, but again, I give you the vendor information. So you're gonna find that it's much more affordable than what's out there. Unbelievably. Okay. Also, this isn't just some crap I just put together. I have a patent on this method, which is huge. There is only one other method that has a patent, and I am one of them. And it was quite an accomplishment. And my biggest thing is seeing the proof in the pudding. And every single one of my students, as soon as they take the course, they are sending me video of their work, and I'm just blown away.
Yeah.
And I can't say that about any other course. Okay. I've seen people struggle with other courses and frankly give up. With my method, they're excited and they're learning it quick. And once they do their first one, they're like, oh my God.
They also get the aha moment as well. I was gonna say, like, oh, like,
I had someone
dang,
call
she's so
me
smart.
a day after buying the classes and literally tell me that like they see why,
It makes sense.
It's a luxury method, and like you can't do it in front of people, like because we are shielding it, guys. You have to buy the course to know the secret method. Okay, so when you see us with like a cape at the Orlando show, don't be confused.
And it's
but-
very obvious, like
The difference from other
the difference.
methods.
And
That's
when I
sure.
show people up close, okay, look at the stitching. Okay, you don't
Then
see
they have
that
like that. Oh,
top line stitch that is exposed on all other methods.
can't
My
find the
method is
stitch
the
or the
only
beads,
one.
really.
The SWAN method is the only method that has no top stitch. So it's completely seamless, top and bottom. So you know how a lot of stylists do that flip up?
Mm-hmm.
Well, imagine that flip up looks just as good on the top.
They can't even put their hair up in a ponytail.
Some of them, yeah. Some of those methods are the bead is stuck to the scalp
Mhm.
and it won't move for like 2 or 3 weeks before you can actually
Like,
put
move
your
it,
hair up.
yeah.
You see, that's what I do.
And
so flexible.
I've
after we're
seen
done.
methods where like the hair is zigzagged in all types of way.
And
The
that's just
hair-
messing up the growth pattern.
It's not going in the growth pattern. Yeah, 100%. So
That
I
was
mean,
like that one D Madden. I don't even know what she had. It was
yes,
connected.
that's
like,
what it was. It
literally
was like
connected.
that. It was like a rope around. It was
Like,
like,
the hair was in like each bead. Like it was like one. It was like a half a piece in each bead. Like I don't know. It was weird.
yes.
The one
But
that
that-
had it in her hair.
Mhm.
But
was
that's
up.
probably why her hair ended up matted.
Probably for real, because
It's not a-
they're intertwining all that hair.
Not knowing what y'all doing with the right extension method, but you need to get the right one.
Mhm.
Which is the SWAN method.
Lift it up. Lift up the thing. Show it. Ready? SWAN method. Lead us out.
Leave us out.
So, so we talked about how the hair extensions, I'm going to show you guys the vendor, the people that take the course. I'm not selling the vendor information. So some people do sell vendor information. I'm choosing not to do that because quite frankly, the more people that get my vendor, the quality is going to go to crap, and that's just the way it is. So I'm keeping it very exclusive just for the students, and that goes with the course. So, and I think that's a huge game changer.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, imagine you can buy
I
that
was about to
hair.
say, so
Because
are you
no
giving
other
it for
extension
free
method's
then?
gonna
I
get
was
you
gonna
that
come with
vendor.
the course.
She's so
Now
nice,
that's-
y'all. I was like,
that's-
she's so
I know,
nice,
I'm
y'all.
too nice.
I see
I'm telling
people
y'all,
selling
too
their
nice.
vendor list for
They're now
so
reselling
much
it because
money.
they know the China people are telling them like, and they're like, I told you, and I'm like, get my list because these are the real
What-
vendors for this and that.
I bought it. I once bought a vendor list, an extension vendor list for $2,000.
I bought one, but never for that much.
Hold up. And they were both, the vendors on there were both crap.
Yeah,
Wait, there
And
was
I
only 2 vendors
pissed.
on
It
there?
was only 2 vendors.
that's insane.
That's a
Like,
list?
No, they only give you like a couple of them.
Oh, Leda.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
thinking when you get a vendor list, you
you're
get
not
like
getting
5,
no,
6, 7,
no. I mean,
2
like, maybe
for 2,000.
3 or 4, and I still spent a good
It
like
pissed
penny. But
me off.
2,000, Leda, is
One
insane.
vendor was in Asia, one vendor was India, and I requested. I knew what I was wanting. I knew what I wanted: double
Mhm.
drawn,
Single
100%
process,
cuticle aligned, virgin, single donor. I knew all the verbiage.
Yeah.
They still sent me shit.
That's insane. Normally, when you know the verbiage or you're like telling
know.
them, asking them the right questions,
Yeah.
where they're like, oh, she knows.
I am finding that vendors are you could give out the information, but vendors are not loyal to you
no.
unless you have a relationship with them.
Yeah, like most of them, you have to go sometimes there to build that relationship
Mhm.
with them, which I've seen a lot of people.
Yeah,
do.
so that's what it's all about. It's the
Mhm.
relationship. Anybody could sell a vendor list, but it doesn't mean diddly squat
Mhm.
unless you have
Right, and they can also start off by giving you good hair, and then
switch
then
it up.
switch it up.
like
Yeah.
that quick. Like
So
I've had it
I've got
happen.
my vendor who I fully trust. She's amazing,
that's good.
and
You talk hand in hand with her.
Mhm.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So that's, what you get when you sign up for the SWAN Method class. It's a huge game changer when you're paying a
That
lot of
is.
money for those hair extensions.
No, for real. Y'all
Mhm.
can't beat it. Like if I didn't already not know, I would take class.
And even if you
Same.
haven't taken an extension method class before, that's honestly better because you don't have to like unlearn bad habits or
Yeah, I didn't
It's
know
great
how to
for-
do extensions at all when I started. So
Beginners
I didn't know
or
none of the
old.
methods, but I don't even want to
Yeah.
know them. I don't want to know them. I just already feel like this is the best by looking at other work.
Well, the truth
Yeah.
of the matter is
Seeing
when
it
you do
right.
learn my course, you kind of end up learning the other
Every
ones
other course.
as well. Like,
they do it the exact same way except for stitching.
yeah, well, and the other.
I wouldn't know in
thing.
general.
That-
Like I said,
yeah.
That
I just
part.
know
but
they can find out better than this. Like,
but you
how
can find out what we're like.
Talking about
About
if you
when
are
you
a
sign up
SWAN
for the
student,
class.
like for real, we talk about it like it's like this exclusive club, but it really is.
It is.
It really
Like,
is.
it really is.
Because once you learn and you be like, okay, now I understand why they
Yeah.
keep it a secret like that.
And I've had
It's like
people,
the
like I
secret
said,
sauce.
beginners that have they've never done extensions before, nail it in a day. And then I've had people that have taken all the others, IBE, Luna, Jay-Z, all of them. And when they Jay-Z stop.
Jay-Z.
Wow.
When they take my course, they're just like, "Oh, that makes so much sense. Why did I not do this one?" And so they're just unbelievably happy and switch over. I've actually, the other day, I had a girl text me and she goes, Leda, so I have to tell you this, just for shoots and giggles.
Shits and giggles.
I can't say that.
Oh.
Like, why did you say it like that? And I'm like, why
Try
you
not to curse.
Oh.
Okay, for shoots and giggles, she literally said this. I did a different method. So I did the SWAN method on one of my clients, and the client came back, and I decided to do a different method on her. The client went home after a couple days, called the hairstylist and said, I don't like this method. Put the SWAN method back in my hair. Hey, I was like,
okay. yeah.
I was so excited and I was so happy she told me that because, you know, it's very rare that you hear good news like
so
that.
it makes
you know
you
what
feel
I mean?
like, dang, I knew I had it. Like, I knew it was good, but nobody was really saying it. But I know.
Yes. That made me just so happy.
That's good. I'm happy.
Okay,
That's
back
great.
to China. What do you guys all think about the luxury brands and
Honestly,
I think
I
it
feel
is
like I
believable.
applaud them. I definitely know it's real, but
Yeah.
I applaud them for telling the people, just like
That
how
they're
we
getting
should.
scammed,
Yeah,
pretty much.
basically, like they're letting us know how shooty, whatever. is how messed up our government and like everything that deals with the business and companies that do to us. Like they're basically ripping us off. Like I saw a post, it was like, well, we're the third world country and they just like playing us and we're not even realizing it. And like, it's like, dang, we kind of are. Like, it's just like they hide it better. Like, we are and we're not. Like, and I hate that they're
It's
actually
false reality.
Yeah, like we're living through
Oh
a
my God,
false
it's like
reality.
the
That Truman show. Literally.
Oh my God.
That's literally what I was about to say. But it's so real. Like, it's crazy.
I just
and I
think-
definitely believe them. And I say, go ahead and sell it to the people so we can get it for the low.
I am confused. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm confused because first off, I didn't get into luxury brands until like 2 years ago, and now I do love I love my Gucci stuff because it lasts.
Mm-hmm.
However, like when I look at my Gucci, whatever it is, I'm like, okay, it's canvas and some leather. Like that's the facts. It is canvas and some leather.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that expensive,
Mm-hmm.
but you're paying for the name on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, China has that stuff,
Yeah.
right? And I've seen like people from like Italy be like, there are no Gucci factories, there are no Louis Vuitton there are no factories in Europe. They're all in China. But that being said, like I also get retail markup. Like
Yeah.
if you look
I
at
mean, I
those
get it.
stores,
You're paying for the name.
those stores are like Vegas. Like every store you go into is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the lease has to be unbelievably expensive.
Yeah.
And then the salespeople there, they're all, you know, I'm sure they're commission and they're making money.
Mhm.
So it's
a business.
a
Like, yeah.
business. It's a retail business. It doesn't justify the $4,000 markup or
Right,
4,000% markup that
Right.
they're doing.
I guess
because-
you have to realize what they're putting it towards, but at the end of the day, is it even like it depends on the consumer. That's
Listen.
it depends on the consumer.
I
If
got
they
my
rather
last up
have
bag
it-
from DHGate.
And
for
are you just as happy?
$56, and I be walking around like
Exactly.
with my
That's-
designer bag.
that's what I
That came
think.
straight from
That would be I feel like if you can get it for that
China.
low, if you can get it for that low and still have that name on there, I feel like
It looks
people
just
would
like
do
it.
that. Even celebrities would do that. I feel like, and a lot of celebrities and rappers or whatever would say that they're wearing fake jewelry purposely. Like they're not gonna tell you like unless you're asking them, but they're like wearing fake jewelry. So if they don't care, I don't feel like we should actually care. I think we only care because it's like, oh, I just got this out of the YSL, you know, or
We're
the
being
Gucci
like-
store. Like it's like it sounds appealing, but honestly, if I could have got it for lower and it has the same name brand, everything, I'd be like, look at my bag, like check it out.
I feel
Like
like it's
I
a
will
culture,
say though, I
too.
have
it's the
I
culture.
have bought fake stuff on Canal Street in New York City. And it
Mhm.
was a long time ago. And that stuff was terrible. Like the zippers didn't zip, the threads fell apart. Like you could tell it wasn't like the best material.
And I feel like
But-
China has factories like that. They probably have
Yes.
best of the best ones, and they probably have low ones.
And that's what I will say when I use the little yellow app.
Mhm.
You have different vendors who have different
Mhm.
quality
yeah,
stuff.
like hairs, just like
Right.
anything else.
So like
I wouldn't say all of their
the
stuff
same
is
exact
good.
bag that I bought it was on the higher end at $60.
Uh-huh.
There were people selling it for $19,
Right.
$24, $32. Those are going to be the more
Real one.
No, the
non
raggedier
good
ones.
quality
Oh.
ones, the ones that
Why?
are gonna have loose thread or
Could be
broken through.
used
But mine
already.
has the perfect click. Like it's loud when it clicks and
Mhm.
it's strong and hard, just like a regular one. So that's what I do like about that app is like I can gauge. I know if I spend less money, it's gonna be not as good quality.
So
Yeah.
I've been like toying around with getting a fake something to compare to my real
should.
something.
Yeah.
You should.
And I was on AliBaba today.
Ooh, I've never
and-
heard of this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
What little yellow app? What are you talking about?
Yeah, for real, I wanna know.
DHGate? I mean, DGate.
DHGate.
Whatever. Yeah, AliBaba is really good too. Though. They have way
AliBaba.
more.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
To look it
you
up.
can also get like
like a
like I
trade-
ordered the
trade website
chapsticks
for
and the combs and other stuff for the SWAN Method at the event from there. That's more like it's more like business stuff, but they also
Oh.
have
That's why I got my
designer stuff.
bonnets
So-
designed.
I saw this guy messaged me back, and what I wanted was $100, which is a lot for a replica, right?
Mhm.
But he said, and I never heard this before, and I had to look it up. He said it's a 1-to-1. I said, well, what the hell's a 1-to-1? Let me look this up so I don't look stupid. And a 1-to-1 is like it is an exact replica of the item.
Oh.
Like you won't notice a thing.
Really, 1-to-1.
And so it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but 1-to-1 is apparently like it's not even legal. Apparently, like I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
So did you
I
order
like
it?
I also
Did you
saw-
order it?
No,
Listen, I also
Was it a bag
saw
you already
that,
had?
it was some shoes.
Oh, okay.
I saw that
But-
they will sell the real ones on there, but like not put the name on there and then send you the ones that with the
Yes,
name on there.
so they're
Well, that's what they
legally
do on
not
the app.
allowed to put the name of the brand.
When I bought it, it was just a black purse. You couldn't
Right,
see.
okay.
But then I go to the reviews, and the reviews they take photos.
Uh-huh.
But
I
I
would say it
actually
could possibly be real.
well,
I mean, I don't know.
and honestly, I don't know. It came with the box. It came with the what are those bags called? The little
canvas bag.
the canvas bag and the whole
I would like to
shebang.
think that they pull out. Wouldn't it be like?
Yes, I got my link from a girl who had already purchased it. So I seen what hers looked like in real life, like in a video. She did a review, and so I just went to that same vendor,
Mhm.
clicked her link, and bought it there. But
Yeah.
it seemed very real.
I mean,
so
the truth of the matter is, it just depends on the person. Like
It does.
It just
I
depends.
want a real
Like,
one
never
eventually.
really
But
would
right
know.
now, when I'm like building and growing, would I love to have a designer bag? Yes, but am I going to spend $4,000
Here's what
on
I
one?
don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm
Hermes.
spending my own.
I was
money on
just thinking that 25, 30,000.
Hermes.
I don't know if I'm spending my own money, but I want somebody to give me some-
$30,000 for a bag is
that?
insanity. And then you go into the store, and I've never gone into the store like that, but I've seen videos where they're like, they don't even offer you a bag until you've bought a few other things, and then you're lucky if you go in. And
You
they
have to get like an
they-
appointment or
yes,
something.
the SA, it's called SA, will call you and say, hey, we have a bag for you. And it
And
doesn't
you have to
matter.
come
They don't
right
even
then and
care
there.
what-
Well, I would say they don't give everybody a bag, and that's why
No.
that one. I'm gonna say something crazy, but that one lady I saw on
TikTok?
TikTok, and
I
the one that
seen
was
it.
crying over the freaking bag when she
Yeah.
opened it up like that. Yeah, she was so happy.
The thing is, though, those resale really well. So somebody spends 30,000 on a bag. The next day, they can sell it for like, I don't know, I'm making up a number, but I have seen this before. They could sell it for 100. So
That's
like,
absolutely absurd.
it's
I would
absolutely
never, I don't care
absurd.
how much money I
Yeah.
have, I would never spend
But I don't
that
know
much
with
money on
all
a bag.
of this
No, I'm
coming
just
out
not
if
that-
that's going to happen anymore.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't really care about designer stuff. I just think whatever you make look good, and you can make it look good, like whatever you have, and you make it look good and like fashionable, then that's what looks
Right,
good.
same. Because
Like,
I'll
I'm so
shop
like,
at Rainbow
Okay, that's what I'm telling
Sheen.
you. I'm
Fashion
a
Nova, all of
baddie on
that.
a budget. I'm the baddie
But
on a budget.
I will
Mhm.
say the one
Baddie
thing
on a
I
budget
love
for
about
you.
my
On
little
a
fake
budget.
designer is they go with everything. Go with everything. But in like I know the thing about designers, they say it's quality. It's supposed to last long versus the stuff we get. Like,
I'd rather have quantity over quality.
I would
Yeah,
too.
me too.
It might be
I was
cheap and
about
it
to
might
say
fall
the same
apart after
thing,
5 uses, but I'm only going to use it once or twice every
And I
year.
love to buy new
And then you
things.
have variety
So,
too.
Yeah.
and
I
love-
like
yeah.
I like quality over quantity.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Leda
I get bored of
loves
stuff
her
easy.
Gucci.
Like,
I
I like
do,
to, like-
and I like to buy new
I-
things, so that gives me more opportunity to buy new things.
All of my I don't know how it's possible, but my Gucci shoes don't get dirty. It's
Really?
like there's a shield on them.
Maybe because
Like, I don't know how it works, but they don't get dirty.
That's that 4,000
I don't know how
There's
it
someone
works.
who's hexing the shoes
Yeah,
like
it's
before
like
you buy them. Like
the
literally,
wind is like
chanting over
Y'all should have seen
the shoes.
when I first started Leda, I went to Vegas and Leda had me go in the Gucci store trying to get her some Gucci shoes. And I kid you not, I did not look like one bit like I belonged there. It's people there with a teacup, like sitting there with a teacup, pinky up. And I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for these shoes. And they don't have no price tags, nothing.
Because if you got asked for the prices, they say you can't afford
You
it.
can't afford it.
So I'm like, wait, this is for my boss.
That's what I'm
how
like.
much is this?
Ma'am,
The shoe,
sorry.
I didn't even want to touch it.
I wouldn't have touched. I wouldn't want to touch nothing because if I knock down,
She was trying to tell me stuff for myself. I'm
cannot
like,
afford
girl,
it.
I cannot afford this. Yeah, you
I-
barking
give me
up
my
the
whole
wrong
life.
tree.
I will say this. I all my life, I'm 44. I was 40 when I went into my first designer store, and I was scared to death. And I went into several designer stores, and it was just snobby and blah blah blah. And at the Gucci store, it was like they just welcomed me. And I promise you, I have been to the Gucci store in Aruba, Bahamas, LA, Las Vegas, Miami, DC. I have been to almost a lot of Gucci stores, and the service there is impeccable. It doesn't, every time I walk in, they're super, super nice. They're super,
I love
super
that.
helpful.
They were.
They offer champagne. Like, they're just really
Scones,
the
all
customer
types of stuff.
service. I will pay top notch for customer service, and that tells you right there. Yes, there might be apps you can get it for a whole lot cheaper, but part of my thing is like the experience.
yeah.
And then I don't like I said, I don't like quantity over quality. I want good pieces that last a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And, I can't say that was me even 4 years ago. Like,
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. And if you got it, of course, I would do that if I had it.
Yeah, same.
So,
well, I mean, but think
I'ma get
about
there
it
one
though.
day.
I don't buy.
One day.
I may only buy 1 or 2 pairs of Gucci shoes the whole year, but I don't buy anything else.
yeah.
But you like me thinking of doing that right now. That's more than I spend in a year and
On
shoes
everything that I buy all the time.
on everything that I buy. Because the things
'Cause
I
I go
buy be
shopping
like
every
$8,
day,
$12
but
on
it'd be good cheap
clearance.
stuff. I thought about shopping every day, but it'd be good cheap stuff.
Stuff. Yeah. I'll get
All
there
right.
one day.
Well, you guys, let's wrap this one up. We are going to be at the Orlando Hair Show.
Catch us in Orlando.
Catch us in
Yeah.
Orlando.
June 1st and 2nd.
Mhm.
We gonna be at booth number
2979.
2979.
2979.
You guys can
There.
ask us all the questions that you want about the SWAN method, the hair extension vendor list. Hell, you guys can even ask us about the dematting. It's like, I know you guys are gonna want to.
We'll give you a little something, nothing too much.
We'll give you a little something,
Little
something, something.
Little tips and tips.
All right, gang. It's been wonderful.
It's been really fun.
Make sure that you guys are following us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube,
Watch us,
Spotify,
Spotify, all that.
Spotify, Apple,
Apple.
Mhm.
everywhere.
Everywhere.
All right.
Bye.
See you on the flip side.
And
Cut.